Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing a review of the game called Ancient Islands. So without further ado, let's make a start on that review. No story for this one. This is just a straightforward tower defense game, and I would say a very hard tower defense game at that. The game starts off pretty basic in terms of resource management. You build your woodcutters' huts, you build your quarries for your stone, and then you're able to build certain towers, mage towers, archery towers, knights towers. And it starts off pretty simple like that. Gradually, the resource management gets harder and harder. You find that you're not able to build quarries because there's no stone on certain levels. And then when this happens, you have to build more and more wood, build a marketplace, and then exchange your wood or your gold for your stone. So gradually, as you're working through, you've gone from a very, very light resource management to all of a sudden you run out of everything, but you've got to try and get across to the market, exchange everything, and then build something. So it does gradually get harder as you go through. First few levels are very basic, and then it gradually, certainly towards the end of the playthrough, it gets very, very challenging when the marketplaces get involved. The great thing about this game is it goes into a lot of detail. Your encyclopedia is going to be your absolute best friend. There were times I was playing through levels and I couldn't work out why I wasn't able to beat the level. I would then go onto the encyclopedia, check the enemies that I was facing, and then I was able to work out, okay, actually, that certain enemy is resistant to archers, that certain enemy is resistant to knights, so I would have to build more magic towers, but then also making sure that actually there are certain enemies that are resistant to magic. So you will find that the encyclopedia has everything in it. It tells you how much HP certain bosses have. It tells you all about all the different buildings that are available. It explains in detail about the magic and stuff like that. So if you're ever struggling on a level, I would say go and check the encyclopedia, because chances are it's going to be like a guidebook. It's going to tell you what you need to do a certain level. I mentioned at the very beginning of the video about how difficult this game is, and I couldn't really work out why it was so hard. So basically the idea is that you complete the game on easy mode, which is still challenging, and obviously you've played through hopefully once through in easy mode. You're able to unlock quite a large amount of the skill tree, and then you're able to move on to normal and then on to hard. So it's to add replay value, and it makes sense, but I wish the mode levels were actually that. I wish they were easy, normal and hard, because they just get harder and harder. So even on easy level with so many different parts of the skill tree unlocked, I still found it very challenging. But I guess, yeah, if you're going to play through this game, it's going to take you probably 8 to 10 hours to complete, and then once you've been through once, you're going to go up a level, play through again. So you could potentially look at 30 plus hours for this game, and add in that extra skill tree in with new towers, new knights, things like that. I guess it adds a lot more replay value, but do stick with it. Even though it is a difficult game, keep unlocking parts of the skill tree and gradually work your way through like that. So from a price perspective, you're looking at £11.29 or your regional equivalent. It's about on the money there, so I'd have liked to see it just a little bit lower, maybe sort of between 8 to 10. I don't think it's too bad. I got this with 15% off. That's available till Sunday, so it takes it to about £10 anyway. But yeah, for I guess the amount of hours you're going to put into it, £11.29 is it's not too bad. And you've got a download size of 1.1 gig. No physical available at the moment. I just want to finish by talking about the main issue I had with the game. There's only one problem, but it was certainly an issue. The game relies on the player thinking quickly and making movements across the screen very quickly. So you'll be able to see on the footage the cursor going green when I'm trying to get across the board. Now it has to go across every single space on the level, so if you're on one side and you're trying to get back across to the marketplace or to the other side of the board, you sometimes would lose the cursor or it would go in a different direction, and it did get a bit frustrating. In the early levels it was quite easy because the bosses were easy, there wasn't an awful lot to do, but when you start to have to use your resource management in the marketplace and you're constantly having to go back to your base, back to the market, that's when it gets really challenging, because you're over one side, back to the marketplace, over to the other side, back to the marketplace. So the basic fix for this would be just introduce a touchscreen for the handheld. I think this is a pretty basic fix. Hopefully they can put it in, but it's a mobile game inevitably, so I'm not sure why they haven't got a touchscreen option anyway. It would make the game so much better, so much quicker, and that would be how I would fix it. As I say, it's not a problem on every level, just when the resource management gets harder you do lose track of the cursor, so just bear that in mind. I really hope by watching this video it's given you an idea of what the game is like. I certainly have enjoyed it and I'm going to continue playing it, hopefully work through the skill tree a little bit more. Every game is going to have their problems, it's just something you have to talk about when you are making a review. Let me know in the comments below if you're enjoying this game or why you're going to pick this game up or why you're not going to pick this game up. I certainly would recommend buying it. Maybe look for a sale if you want to pick it up a little bit cheaper. I'm sure this will drop down into a sale very soon. But thank you so much for watching. Take care everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks a lot guys.